In the game of Football Manager, we sometimes end up in a situation where we need to evaluate the system we are playing with. Does it need a few changes? We're heading to Atletico Madrid and we want to take a deeper dive into our tactic, try and understand how it works, whether there are some changes we can make. This is the second episode of the series, What If with Atletico Madrid. My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show. Quick update of where we are. Top of the league, 17 wins. We've had one draw, and leading the goal scorers charts, Luis Suarez. And we've also got Kieran Trippier chipping in with a fair few assists at 8. It's time for us to take a deeper dive into the results. Now, if I'm looking at the results, it looks fine. Like, we got a lot of green here. But there's something that I want to zoom in on. The fact that we've had a lot of 1-0s. We've had a lot of narrow wins, and a lot of these have come at opposition which is supposed to have beaten. Now, a few of them have played defensive formation. Granada tends to play a 4-1-4-1. But as you can see from the match XG, we were dominant in this game. We were all over them. But we still only managed to beat them by one solitary goal. Then against some better competition, as you can see here against Real Madrid, we were able to beat them 3-1. We kept them to 0.53 XG, which is quite impressive. On Football Manager, this is nothing new. Teams that set their stall up for defense, you're always going to have to try and bring something extra to the game. You're going to have to try and break them down. And there are going to be teams that are going to be attacking. They're going to leave space. So you should be able to score some goals against them. Sides like Barcelona, Real Madrid, even Borussia Dortmund, they came at us. We were very, very solid defensively, and we were able to hit them on the transition. Before I continue on with the analysis of the team, let's try and understand our tactical system. The wingbacks are meant to bomb down the flanks and create lots of chances. The AM, Shadow Striker, and the Poacher, they're supposed to work together to create chances. Sometimes these guys might drift wide. That is sometimes a concern because that means they don't attack the box nearly as much. The wingback is going to bomb down the flank. So the question becomes, how do we work these three and make sure that they are a very potent strike force? There is a voice in my head that says stay wider here may not be appropriate. Or at least on one of these players, we got to make sure that while stay wider allows them to drift out wide and support the wing backs, that really does present a problem because then the Poacher becomes our only goal scoring threat. There might be a need for me to modify this slightly. What I will want to do is actually go into the performances of the players to understand who has been impacted. Basically, there have been just two broad formations that we use. Sometimes I play like this, and sometimes I play like this. In terms of training, the team is tactically familiar already with all the systems that they're using, so it's not an issue. By November, we were already tactically familiar with all three systems. We've understood the system. What about the output? Thomas Lemar, Renan Lodi, Kieran Trippier. These are the three players that have regularly been playing down the flanks, either as wingbacks or as in the case of Thomas Lemar, high up the pitch as a winger. Now, Thomas Lemar has been the most outstanding player here in terms of creating chances. He's created 14 clear-cut chances for the rest of the team. This is an impressive output from this player, although he's only had one assist. Then, if we go down the list, we got Kieran Trippier with 18 chances created and 8 assists. This has been an outstanding performance from Kieran Trippier. Halfway point in the season, he's already got 8 assists. Rodrigo De Paul, I tend to play this player as a shadow, as an attacking midfielder, and his performances have also been very good. If I'm looking at just the average rating, 7.30, 7.54, this tells me that last 5 games he's been on fire. Renan Lodi was the other wing back, not too bad. 5 clear-cut chances created, 4 assists, key passes at about 2.18. And then in midfield, we got the normal group. We got Hector Herrera. He plays in midfield, 8-6. The one that's always playing is Jeffrey Kondogbia. Jeffrey Kondogbia is just a ball winner in midfield. So far, the numbers look good for our wingbacks. But what about our three-pronged strike force? I am a bit concerned with João Felix. He is the player that I was hoping would do a lot better. He's been played largely as the attacking midfielder, but if you can look at his performances, they've been pretty average. He's only had one real game where he's performed against against Real Madrid, where he had a 7.0, and he was playing as an inside forward out on the left. In most of the matches when we've played him as an attacking midfielder, he's done like 6.6, 6.4, 6.3. They're not too, they don't stand out. And key passes, he's only made like one or two. It's a bit disappointing. So if I'm looking at João Felix, we have issues with João Felix. Angel Correa, we've been using him as a makeshift striker whenever we need to rotate players, so I'm not surprised at his numbers. What we want to do moving forward is find out what we can do to improve João Felix's output. Now, if I go to the data hub, we find out our team's defending. We are one of the best in the land. We conceded only 0.29 per game. And if I look at our defensive efficiency, we are a team by itself. Like in terms of our defensive efficiency, we're the best in the land. And this is a perfect place to be in. We make it really hard for teams to score against us. In terms of attacking efficiency, we're not that bad. If I can get what we need is a higher conversion rate. That means that I've got to put my players in better positions. I'm not surprised with the conversion rate, to be honest, because in a lot of matches, we're actually using shoot on sight. So this is not surprising. If I'm looking at our attacking efficiency, we're doing quite well in terms of shots per game, right? It's like 18 to 19 shots. We fire the most number of shots in a game, but I think one of the reasons why we're not as clinical, I mean, I'm used to a conversion rate of something like 15, but this time my conversion rate is somewhere around 12%, which is not that good. We're going to have to try and push this all the way into this zone here. And to do that, shoot on sight, I've got to start using it less often. I'm going to have to try to tweak our attacking setup in front to create more opportunities for other players as well. If we look at the XG table, I'm happy with where we are. But if I go to my players and I'm looking at my forwards and I'm looking at my scoring, we've only got one player out there. His name is Luis Suarez. The shadow strikers are nowhere on this list of players. So we want to do more to get those other players involved in, banging in the goals. This is the main tactic. In our other setup, whenever I'm playing like a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1, or anytime I need to apply pressure down a flank, and this happens in a lot of matches where I end up facing very defensive teams, this role gets changed to an inside forward. So here, João Felix will be playing here. We'll leave everything as it is. Right? We're not going to add any more PIs except for mark tighter and tackle harder to encourage him to press a bit higher up the pitch. Then we're still going to use the underlap in this case because he's going to hold up the ball. This time, Rodrigo de Paul becomes the attacking target when we attack the box. So here now, what we're going to do is, I don't think we have removed the stay wider here. So this guy is going to do the underlap. So when he does the underlap, they hold up the ball. João Felix, he can play the pass. Passing, vision, decisions, flair. Cuts inside from the left wing, and he might look for a pass down into this lane over here. So this will be the other way we set it up. So João Felix is now going to be played on this side of the pitch instead of this side of the pitch where he's normally being played. There is no way on God's green earth this run is going to continue, and we are going to find out how this system does against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. We've already qualified for the Champions League. We won 5 games. This is our last game. Neither team needs to win. And I have to think seriously about the players that are available. Kieran Trippier, we've got Marcus Llorente, he's injured. And with Kieran Trippier as well, there's a strong possibility 2 players might get injured. We have to think about the next match. 5 days time, we are playing and then we've got a Super Cup semi-final against Athletic Bilbao. We definitely want to do well. We don't want to go out in any of the cup competitions. So first up, we got to rest Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier can't make the trip. The 2 teams have already qualified, right? So both of us have qualified for the next round of the Champions League. So there's no point risking injury to my players. We're going to play Suarez, Felix, De Paul, Kondogbia, Koke, Herrera. We can't play Philippe. Philippe is not 100% either. We're going to have to rest Renan Lodi as well. I want to rest Renan Lodi in this game. These are the players that we're going to start with. They're playing a 4. In all likelihood, they're playing a 4-3-1-2. What we're going to do is encourage them to stay on the flanks. Left and right. And occasionally, you'll hear the squeals of delight from my children. They're at home. They're having fun. Yep, it's one of those days. We're going to tackle Haaland hard. We're going to show him onto the weak foot. And then the Guerrero and Paslak. I'm going to have... This player has got issues, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put him under a lot of pressure. We're gonna trigger press him. We're gonna tackle him hard. We're gonna tight mark him as well. I want to make sure that we do as much as we can on the Paslak. Paslak is really fast. He's gonna come down this flank, and I'm gonna tell him to man mark Paslak. So we're gonna mark a specific player, Paslak, throughout the game. Just a few tweaks I'm making to the system. We are planning on hard tackling the center. Then they've got Guerrero coming on the left. And let's take a look at him. He's very fast. And he can cross the ball. Plays 1-2s. Avoids the use of his weaker foot. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and force him into making mistakes. I'm going to try and force him onto his right foot. He doesn't use his weaker foot. His weaker foot, we're going to try and put pressure on him throughout the game. Giovanni Reina is fine. Omri Can, Marcus Royce. Haaland, we're also going to tight mark him. And we're going to have to put... I'm going to leave that Haaland alone. We're going to tight mark Doniel Marlon. We don't want him getting away. All right, now that's a 4-3-1-2. There's a lot of... There could be width. Those wingbacks are going to give them a lot of width. Those wingbacks can also get inside our space here. And when they do, I'll be in trouble because I can't deal with crosses. We don't have the players to deal with crosses, but we'll see how the match pans out and then make those adjustments during the game. And we're not going to use work ball into box. We're going to do hit early. And we're going to pass into space. We're going to regroup as well for this match. There is a strong possibility I want to play like this. We don't want to... Since we can't deal with crosses, I don't want us to sit narrow. This is a team. So far, we've been quite lucky in a lot of matches. I'm going to encourage the team. Once again, I'm looking to make sure that my instructions make sense to me. Okay, fine. In transition, regroup. Yes. Out of possession, we don't want to sit narrow. Yeah. Okay, that's that. In fact, I'm toying with the idea of actually pushing all the way up and playing in their half. There is a strong possibility we get into trouble. I want to put pressure on their wingbacks. Good build up here. Koke, Rodrigo De Paul, and Amri Can is walking. He is walking. All right, we got a corner. Guerrero takes the corner and Kanji scores. That's incredible. Okay, Kondogbia to Cook. Hey, to Herrera. Herrera to Rodrigo De Paul. Okay, we're gonna keep putting pressure on this team. Koke. We got Katic, Rodrigo De Paul. Herrera, he gets there, he looks for... Oh, it's a good goal. That was a headed clearance from Paslak. Paslak made the mistake. And the pressure on Paslak worked, I think. He brings the ball and then, yeah, Paslak, he's got a player right next to him. So he made the mistake and then he just... Yeah, that's a terrible header from him. These wingbacks can't get up the pitch. Paslak is going to have problems this whole game. We are targeting Paslak right now. Okay, what I'm going to do as well is going to focus play down the left where Paslak is playing. I'm going to tell him to be a wingback on support. We're going to turn this play into a wide centre back on defense. These two should be interesting now. Jimenez is going to come out. Jimenez can play those kind of passes. Yeah, I'm actually looking for that diagonal now to the far post. So I want him to hit these early balls if he can into this area. So we're gonna tell him to take more risks and go more direct. Okay, we got a Holland. Oh, they find. Oh, this is good work from Koke. Oblak goes long with the kick. Akanji is fallen asleep at the wheel, but at least he gets the ball back to the keeper. Hummels brings the ball forward. He loses it to Rodrigo De Paul. Rodrigo Paul goes wide, finds Kondogbia. Why he went wide? Okay, Kondogbia. And Suarez, he gets us our second goal. Okay. Blood with the ball. What's he going to do? Roll it out, man. Okay, thank you very much. It's Carrasco. Brings the ball forward, cuts inside. He favors his right foot. João Felix to Hermoso. Back to Koke. Now we've got Carrasco out to Kondogbia. We've got João Felix. And Rodrigo de Paul chips, hits the crossbar. We're going to trigger the press on Akanji, trigger the press on him, and trigger the press on the goalkeeper. Yeah, might be interesting, but let's look at Korea. Korea likes to beat the man, runs with ball often. He's gonna try and get into the box if he gets the ball. So Korea, his jumping reach is 6. Cunha jumping reach. I'm gonna play Cunha instead. Okay, Cunha, I want a stronger player. So, and we are going to remove. Okay, he doesn't have move into channels. He's got stay wider. No, we want him to move into channels instead. We got Reina. Oh, that's red. Lodi read that. Oh, he gives the ball away. Haaland, he's got players on him. Marlon, this is good football. Reina gets the equalizer. Oh. We've been fiddling too much with our tactics. Again, Paslak. Yeah. Loses out to Lodi, Kondogbia, Hermoso, Koke, Kondogbia, Hermoso, Katic, looks, finds Lodi, João Felix, does brilliantly. He releases Cunha. Cunha shoots and he misses.
It started.
Oh, and that's a bad miss.
All the work was done. João Felix is playing a lot better now. Maybe that's because we have an extra man advantage. João Felix shoots, João Felix scores. Okay. Koke looking tired. Ralph Gu. Hazard looks. Oh, this is Doniel Marlon again. We're just getting beaten by one Doniel Marlon who's just getting behind us.
I say this calls for action, and now nip it in the bud.
So after playing that game, what lessons have we learned? Essentially, this counter regroup is a very good way to approach games, but I'm also thinking of swapping these two roles. Maybe playing the AMA here for the next match and then a Shadow Striker here. Shadow Striker directly behind the poacher. I mean, we get Rodrigo de Paul attacking this way. We won't tell him to stay wider. There's an underlap happening on this side of the pitch. And the other thing that we're not going to do again is the focus play down the left, because that was the mistake in that game. I should not have focus play down the left since I wanted to put a pressure on Paslak. We had already been putting pressure on Paslak without that instruction. So what we're going to do is we're going to try this out and avoid using the focus play instruction for our next game. For our next match, we're going to play it on 2D so that we can see the spatial relationships between the players. So let's quick pick. We've got Herrera. I think we're going to stick with the same starting group of players. Kondogbia. Okay, we got Lema, Trippier. I think I set him to mark somebody. No, we're not gonna do this. Okay. All right. That was specifically for against a 4-3-1-2, but we're not gonna do it here. We're gonna remove this, we're gonna underlap. I'm gonna leave these two as wingbacks on attack. So there's a voice telling me to go wingback on support. But hey man, we wanna have some risk in this tactic. All right. We set everything up now. Looking at this guy, is marking tighter. This guy's moving through channels, right? So yeah, we can ask him to close down more and tackle harder. Okay. Now here in this position, I want to be very careful with how I use opposition instructions in the next match. So let's look at how they're playing. They're using a target forward, shadow striking with. No, I don't like this. I don't like target I don't like the combination in attack. It's going to pull my libero out of position all the time. This is very annoying. He can go anywhere. This guy's going to drop. So what do we do? Okay, we're looking at all the players. Let's see what we have done. This guy, okay, this guy should be told to go left. We're going to do a center trap. Okay, we'll start a center trap. Now, I don't want to be hard tackling everybody. This center is where the trap is supposed to be. Now we're going to identify players who are, you know, not so good on the ball. Okay, he's okay. His first touch is a bit poor. He might make a mistake. Yeah, he tries to play his way out of trouble. It's also trigger the press on him. Then we've got Johan Mojica. Now he's got concentration bronze, so we're going to trigger the press on him. Sorry. Him. Okay. Then you got Omar Mascarell. Okay. Raul Guti. Okay. Luca Perez. He's fine. Luca Boy. This guy, we're going to hard tackle him because he's a shadow striker. We don't want him running around everywhere. This player has got concentration issues. We'll do this. We'll trigger the press on him. Guida Carrillo, we can't type mark him. Okay, he's just running everywhere. We'll just put him onto the weaker foot. Hopefully. Okay, he early cross. Counter regroup. Yep. Okay, I'm going to start counter press. Aggressive right at the start of the game. So we want to try and, because counter press helps you keep possession. We're bottom, maybe that can only be a good thing for us. Okay, so here we go. It's LJ versus Atletico Madrid. I don't believe I'm saying this. Okay, well, I'm looking for a win. We're gonna watch it on 2D Classic, and we're gonna encourage the boys. Yeah, they're defensive, but I don't know why I'm feeling a bit nervous. Okay, this is what we want to see. The tree. I mean, okay, the libero is here. This is our DLP on defense. So libero is here. They're gonna work as like almost like a 4. And then we got these two. We got 4 here. So we got, this is our AMA. This is our poacher. This is our other shadow striker. And this is the wingback. So during the transition, it looks really nice. You see, Kondogbia can play one into the space here if he wants to. Instead, he goes down that space. Both the channels are very good attacking positions. Trippier, Shadow, João Felix. It's the opening goal from Thomas Lemar. That's what I wanted to see. I want to see the width from the wingbacks. Gives us that 4 in attack that I was after. See, we're stretching the entire defense. Griezmann, João Felix took a shot. Then Lemar came in, picked that off. And João Felix could have scored there. He could have scored. Right. Okay, throw in Hermoso out to Lemar. Yeah, on 2D, I see a lot more. On 3D, I'm too emotional. João Felix out to Lemar. Lemar now crosses the ball. It's Griezmann. He could have made it 2. Kieran Trippier is not injured. This could be a serious injury. Potential foot injury. Yeah, it could be serious. Okay, we're going to bring Yannick Carrasco. I'm asking to be a wing back. Bad news for us. I know. We saw Wasalco. Oh, man. Okay, first half done. Not bad. I mean, LJ are 8 on the table at the moment. We're looking at the table. Where's LJ seated? LJ is here. 8 on the table. We're Atletico Madrid. We're top of the table. And then we've got, you know, we'll come out of this. There's no point looking at the table. It's too early in the season. Let's look at our shot map. Okay, so we've been creating a lot of chances in and around the box. Okay, we got Lemar with the free kick. Cartage as well, but can't find the back of the net. So far, looking good. Okay, Koke, we don't want to see another injury. I'm going to bring on Hector Herrera for Koke. Kondogbia, we're going to take him off as well. I'm going to actually play Rodrigo de Paul as a ball winner now. Lemar, Hermoso, out to Lemar, to Rodrigo de Paul, Herrera. João Felix goes Ooh, that Carrasco. Oh my goodness. That was one heck of a pass from João Felix. Rodrigo de Paul to Griezmann. Griezmann goes, finds Carrasco, Herrera, Savic. Looks like Rodrigo de Paul loses out, but Herrera is there to pick up the pieces. João Felix releases Lema. Lema finds Griezmann. This is working. Our wingbacks. João Felix looks like he's playing a lot better in this new position. Okay. His numbers are going up. 6.8. That's the best I've seen him do so far. Okay. Hermoso to Oblak. Savic out to Herrera. Okay, Hermoso, he's not going to take chance. Rodrigo de Paul plays it back to Oblak. We still only 1-0 up. Herrera back to Katic. No one's taking chances, man. Savic. We're asking for trouble with that kind of passing. Okay, so we're going to make a slight tweak to the system. The wing back is too high up now. We're going to drop them a bit more. I think the difference is going to be marginal. I want them to be just a bit closer. Okay, that's it. Katic. Okay, they got two players on the Guido Carrillo. Suarez! It's 2. I love this, man. Suarez. That was the keeper went for the target man and we had players around him. Okay, and he wasn't in tight mark. João Felix over the top. Oh man, what a pass from João Felix. João Felix is thriving now in this position. 7.5, these three are now working really well. Okay, Pablo Piatti plays it back to Edgar Badia. Okay, there's a new substitution that has been made. Pablo Piatti. Right, we want to make sure that we give him some attention too, because we were giving the wingers attention. So we're going to keep, he's right. Oh, he's playing left. Okay, we'll keep him left only. We'll ask him to stay on the flanks, dropping crosses. His concentration isn't very good, so we'll trigger the press on him. Then we've got, yeah, I think that should be fine. Here, these two are being hard tackled as well, so that's not too bad. Okay, let's go. Carrillo. Oh, we almost. Guido Carrillo is still playing as a target man. Mila. Okay, their original shadow striker has been taken out of the game. Okay, that's it. We've done it. 2-0 win at the price of a Kyrian Tripper. So far, we've created two versions of the same tactic. One is a narrow version and the other one is an asymmetric tactic. The asymmetric tactic is something I like to use against teams that are attacking me a bit too much down the flanks. Formations like the 4-2-3-1, the 4-3-3 and the 4-4-2 are particularly a problem because they've got these two players on the flanks that can put a lot of pressure on our wing back. Now we've got a really good chance to see how this works against Real Madrid in the Super Cup final. We're still coming to terms with the system. We've drawn against Valencia. We've beaten Athletic Bilbao in the Super Cup semi-final. Now Real Madrid stand in the way of a Super Cup final. This is the system that we're using right now. And here I'm going to change him to move into channels for this match. Because, so for the match against Real Madrid, we're going to use this version of the tactic. So we've got two versions of the tactic. We've got this narrow version and we've got this wide version. For this role, we definitely want him to move into the channels. That will include the space between the defender and the left back. So this could, put more pressure on that defense, creating a bit more space for the striker. The inside forward will start out from a wider position. He's got tackle harder and mark tighter, move into channels and mark tighter. So we've got the rest of the tactic all set up. And we are going to be playing with the offside trap on a much higher defensive line. I am taking the game to Real Madrid. This is going to be all action football. The work ball into box, we're going to leave this on. And if I need to take it off, I will, which is to go hit early cross shoot on side. But we're not going to start with that. We want to be a bit more patient with our build up instead of just smashing the ball home. Loriente will be playing defense. Carrasco is actually a winger, but we'll play him as a wing back. He'll be attacking down the flanks. There'll be natural width coming from this tactic. There's no underlaps or overlaps. I don't plan to use them just yet. These are things I might do during the game because this is going to give me width down one flank and potentially a natural overlap down at the other flank, putting more pressure on their fullbacks. All right, I got a Mazar, DRP, DM, inverted winger, advanced. Well, okay, I'm gonna make one slight change. We're not doing the offside trap. He's gonna try and run in behind us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play with the offside trap removed. We're gonna go attacking. Opposition instructions. Karim Benzema will tight mark him as well. We'll show him onto the weak foot. We already have pressing instructions on a few players already, right? But we're gonna remove this. Danny Carvajal is okay. Alaba is okay. Then we got Ferland, Mendy. Okay, his decision making, so we're gonna trigger press. Marco Asensio, okay, we'll trigger press him. Eden Hazard, no. Eden Hazard, positioning 7, aggression 8. No, we won't even hard tackle him. It's gonna be a problem. We're gonna hard tackle Karim Benzema. Eden Hazard, no. Luka Modric, no. Toni Kroos, yes. I think we're gonna hard tackle him. Okay, so basically all three of the midfielders are gonna be hard tackled. Okay, done. All right, team selection. Okay, we are playing attacking. We're very high up the pitch. We have work ball into box. And yes, you see this? He's under transfer break from the following clubs: PSG and Liverpool. Contract is expiring. Luis Suarez is very expensive. He's already scored 22 goals for us, and Liverpool has come knocking at the door. We probably won't stand in his way if he wants to go. We've offered him a contract, but if he doesn't want to stay, yes, such is life. Okay, we're going to encourage our team. Looking at the situation so far, no news yet. Atletico Madrid have already had one shot. Koke is on a yellow card early. I'm gonna berate the boys because I saw the word scintillating from Real Madrid. Again, nothing. Okay, this is not looking good. Okay, we're gonna hit and pass. No. Sorry, we're gonna shoot on sight. Low cross. Okay, we got some shots away, but the highlights so far, not us, man. It's all the AI. There are no highlights in this game. Start the second half. It was just making sure that we were on key highlights. Okay, demand more from the team. So far, not a lot happening. Ferland Mendy with the throw. Eden Hazard comes inside, takes on everybody. Okay, we got Karayev to Rodrigo de Paul. Karayev to Koke to Kondogbia. Kondogbia, Carrasco. João Felix scores. Okay, we put pressure on them. So far, first half devoid of highlights. Second half, they kick into gear. Carrasco's headed down to João Felix. João Felix comes in and smashes it past the keeper. We might have to think of Loriente coming up to this position because Karayev is having issues. All right, so what we can do is pull him there and put Savic in the middle because Karayev cannot last for an entire game. Loriente now is really okay. We take one and put the other, and the other feels a bit of a knock. Okay, Kondogbia out to João Felix. João Felix brilliantly gets Carrasco into play. Carrasco squares it. It's almost our second goal. Look, I like this where this player is playing. Right, he's playing in between these. He's playing in these spaces. The poacher is holding the defender's attention, so definitely we're going to create some kind of a 2v1 on one side of this pitch. And Rodrigo de Paul again. Casemiro is off. That's how we do it. Okay, now we got to think of we're going to still play this way. No changes. The only problem right now is the players. We got Loriente. Loriente is a huge player for us. But if he gets injured, we will have a serious issue. So, Yannick Carrasco is right-footed. Okay. He's never played as a right wing back, but we'll take a chance. And then we'll bring on Renan Lodi and play him on the left. Okay, we want to protect Marcus Loriente. He's a big player for us. Carrasco. Okay, there's Kondogbia, Koke, Carrasco again. What a cross. Rodrigo de Paul is giving problems to those players. Okay, we're going to take Rodrigo de Paul off because we don't want him injured either. And we're going to bring Antoine Griezmann. So far, it's not been a game of a lot of XG. 0.48 versus 0.97. I'm not unhappy. Carrasco does well. Griezmann putting pressure. Goes there. Yeah, the defensive game has been superb. Okay, out of possession, we've been playing correctly. No offside trap. Okay, Carrasco out to Koke, to Savage. Griezmann looks long for Lodi. The wing back is putting pressure on Carvajal. They go long, good reading of the game. João Felix is in a perfect position to pick up the second ball. Carvajal is on... Okay, what we're going to do, Carvajal is on a yellow card. So for opposition instructions, we're going to target him for hard tackling. And trigger the press. Okay, good defending from Philippe. Okay, Kondogbia, João Felix against Suarez. It's 2. Please believe in Atletico Madrid. What a game. Tight mark on Benzema. Kondogbia, João Felix is thriving in this new position. Suarez is absolutely tearing teams apart from that position. Okay. And I am happy with his performance. Okay, the XG isn't fantastic, right? But, I mean, we had to play against a team of some caliber. And, we didn't really kick off the first half very well, but we got going after a bit. So looking at the schedule, so we done the Super Cup final against Real Madrid. Looking at the stats, if I was to look at Dani Carvajal, the pressure he was under, he's playing on the right flank where our João Felix and Carrasco are creating a 2-on-1 against him literally the whole game. So he basically got shut out. Then the defenders, we're also putting pressure on David Alaba. In the center, the two midfielders had to be taken off. Casemiro ended up with a red because of the channel running of one of our players. So I think this was generally a good performance. In terms of shots, Atletico Madrid, we had I like these positions for some of these shots. These are all really good positions to take shots from, all high XG locations, right? Reasonably high XG. This was a shot save from the angle. This is a goalkeeper. This is a poor XG. This is terrible. Header and shot off target from here. My goodness. And then they had a lot of chances. They only had one. Karim Benzema, Eduardo Camavinga. That was a corner. Okay. Overall, we are doing quite well. And Eden Hazard was injured during the course of the game. So it seems that we have settled on a configuration for our tactic. We got poacher, marking tight. We got move into channels and mark tight on him. We got ball winning midfielder. We got DRP. They got no PIs on them, right? Wing backs, they got no PIs on them. CD, and Libero. So far, we've done okay. Using the offside trap, much higher line of defense. We've been using the data hub a lot for our analysis, and it's coming quite handy. In terms of expected goals, I mean, we've only played 4 games, but you can see that there has been a change in terms of the expected goals as well. Shots per game is going up. Now we're 18.58. We're generating more shots as well in the game. Shots on target ratio is also improved. Defensively, it's still one of the best teams. You consider we concede 0.26 per game. And we don't give away, we give away 1 goal scoring chance a game. Not even a game. 1 every 2 games. That's how we do. In terms of tackles, 1 ratio, we're doing quite well. I like this. Clearances per game. We're not worried about it. If I have clearances more, if I have more clearances, if I'm in this zone, I get a bit worried because that means we're doing a lot of defending. And we don't make, for a team that's very aggressive, in terms of our fouls played per game, okay, Yeah, 0.99 fewer than if I'm happy that we're not committing too many fouls. And I'm also very happy about our blocks as well. Yeah, whenever you have blocks, right, more than average, it means you're doing a lot of defending. So we don't do a lot of defending. We got a very good forward press at the moment. In terms of our team performance, I'm looking at possession gain, right? Possession gain is here. So most of the possession gain is somewhere around the halfway line for a tactic that has got it's bottom heavy. So that's cool. Our defensive efficiency is still here somewhere. Our attacking efficiency is now still here. I will expect this to move up slightly, we're getting a lot of shots, right? Our conversion rate is generally not fantastic, but I'm still pretty happy about where we are. Forwards, this is the area where I wanna improve a bit more. We're gonna get other players into this zone. Angel Correa. I'm also looking at assists as well for our players. I want to see more of our strikers get into positions where they're assisting. In terms of midfielders right now, Koke is generally the main one, and then we got Rodrigo De Paul and Antoine Griezmann. Now these guys are usually sitting in the position just behind. So we're gonna see João Felix improve as well. I'm hoping that he gets better numbers towards the end of the season. So far, I've seen that there are some improvements. So first in this version of the tactic, João Felix ends up playing here. He's got moved into channels. And then when he's playing out in this wider position, he's just absolutely tearing teams apart whenever they play with wide setups. And right now, we have work ball into box. We sometimes play hit early, cross, shoot on sight when I want to be very aggressive and I just want to put defenses under a lot of pressure. And sometimes they buckle under pressure, especially if you're forcing the team high up the pitch and they tend to make mistakes when they're under more pressure. So this is something that we're using. As far as this setup is concerned, the offside trap is very situational. I look at the roles before I decide what I want to do. If he's a complete forward, I don't normally play with the offside trap. Advanced forward, there's a strong chance I will, because these players can run off on their own and try and do something. So I'd rather have an offside trap there. I'd rather remove the offside trap rather. And so far I'd say we aren't doing too badly. We still got a lot of games to play. So what I'm planning to do is dive back into this game. We secured our first cup. It's the Super Cup. And I'm hoping that we can do quite well this season. I'm looking at a top 2 finish, right? And trying to go as far as we can in the Champions League, at least to the knockout rounds. I want to see us go quite far in the Champions League as well. But I'm hoping that we've done enough for this save. And hopefully it's interesting towards the end. And I hope you found this second episode a bit more interesting, because I wanted to give you a bit more in terms of what happens during the games themselves. And I hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions, I do stream 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays over on Daljit's Moments, which is going to see very, very soon another save. Yes, I'm doing another save, and it's coming out very soon. It's going to be a nation building save, which is going to take a really long time. I'm heading to Hungary. So you guys, if you have any questions, drop me a note below and I'll try and help you out. If you have any other videos you want, or any other topics you want me to cover, please let me know and I'll try and get them done. Please stay safe. Once again, I want to thank everybody for their enormous support, and these fantasy draft competitions we've been having, they're becoming insane, man. So many of you are coming in. It's fantastic. I look forward to meeting more new people who want to play fantasy draft. Stay safe. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.